are live from Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey with ECW legend Rhyno. Welcome to Legends, Rhyno.
Well, thank you for having me and on your show. And thanks to all the fans for showing up. This has been such a great success.
How are you enjoying it so far?
Oh, loving it. You know, I like to talk to the fans, interact with them, you know, tell a few jokes. Some of them don't get my jokes or understand them, but I try to stick with the one-liners, you know. So, like for example, I got a new car for my wife. I thought it was a good trade.
I can relate to that. That's good. I mean, it is tough, though. I mean, he's sitting right next to Al Snow. So
oh, I know. Al Snow's great. Yeah. Oh, he does. He does. Even when I come with my A game, when it comes to jokes and one-liners, I mean, it don't compare to Al.
I mean, I sit on Facebook and I look forward to his.
Oh, yeah, it's hilarious.
He's out of control.
One time we were talking about the zombie apocalypse, and he said if you line your house with treadmills, you're good. So just keep on walking, you know. And I'm like, well, you got a good point there. I really couldn't argue that. I don't know if science really caught up to his thinking.
Al's ahead of the game.
I know.
I mean, like you picture it in your head now, and it's like you can just see these zombies just walking off the treadmill non-stop, and you're like, all right, I'm going upstairs to go to sleep. See you later.
Yeah, like it's just like I mean, you open the window, you know, kind of tease the zombies. They try to get at your brains. They can't. They're walking away.
So what does Rhyno have coming up for 2014?
A lot, very busy. I'm actually the news. What are you, breaking news right here?
All right.
I'm putting together what I want to call the Hardcore Gore Tour, starting September, all the way until the end of the year. Basically, it's more or less hardcore matches, like I did in ECW. So I was never the thumbtacks, barbed wire, razor blade, barbed wire matches. I was more very intense physical wrestling matches with furniture, like tables, chairs, garbage cans, stuff like that. So it's a type of hardcore where you can still bring your kids to. I'm not going to drop F-bombs, you know, if I do get on the mic and talk. So it's just one of those things where it's aggressive action, you know. And I'm just saying, if a female gets into the wrestling ring, I do not believe in hitting a girl. So I won't punch her or slap her. But if I apply a wrestling move on her, it's a wrestling move. You know, if you go into the lion's den, you know the lion's probably going to maul you. So you know what you're getting into. If you jump into a tiger's cage, you know a tiger's going to maul you. If a female wrestler gets into the wrestling ring with me, I might apply a pile driver off the ring apron through a table. So I stress kids out there.
Power bomb, I think, was off the second turn.
Pile driver.
To Jasmine St. Clair. Yeah.
I mean, strictly, technically, that is not abusing another person or a female. It's just applying a wrestling move. No, with all joking aside, you never hit a woman, never raise your hand towards a woman. But yeah, Zach Gowen just walked in at the wrong time. Talking about wives beating up chicks in the wrestling ring. No, but you know, like if there's female managers out there that get involved, it'll be fun, you know. But definitely different markets will work towards that market too. But I think it'll be very good for the fans because it'll be something special, and I'll have a T-shirt with all the dates and shows on there, kind of like a rock concert T-shirt.
Do you have any areas that you're looking to do it, or you just it's gonna be like
all over, like
coast?
Yeah, well, I've more or less East Coast, Midwest, because I like to drive, you know, and you know I've built a good relationship with a lot of promoters, so you know we're on a good business relationship and a friendship, you know, so and that's very good. So I stay very busy, and it's something they can work into their shows, you know, and it's what I'm trying to accomplish is creating something memorable, you know, like American Bash at the Beach, you know, they do their tours and stuff like that. It's just a small kind of tour, you know, and it's something different, you know. So So people they love to see the gore, but they love to see me goring someone through a table. You know, so if we go out there, you know, a lot of towns I hit in independent promotions, there's no rhyme or reason for the match. You know, maybe they might do a little angle to build up for the match, me coming in to wrestle their guy. So here gives them a good reason. You know, so I think it'll be very fun and it'll be very memorable for the fans, and it'll be something parents can bring their kids to experience together, because a lot of the fans that watch me in ECW, they were young adults, you know, or teenagers, and now they have kids, you know. So yeah, exactly, and it's just like they want to share that same experience they had. And I was fortunate enough, I started in ECW at such a young age, where I'm still capable of going out there and doing that. Plus, I've taken care of myself over the years.
So anybody from the ECW days that'll be joining you on this tour?
No, it's just me, and it's just something I put together. I'll probably film some of it for a DVD, you know, like matches and stuff, but nothing in depth, you know, maybe some road trips, but nothing personal, you know, just on the road, you know, extras and stuff like that.
Inside look towards your life and your travels after.
Just more or less, you know, laughing and joking. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, to do anything, you know, like behind the scenes or get a reality, because I'm very private in my private life. Not because I have anything to hide. I just don't want people showing up at my front door. You know. So
speaking of the devil, she just popped up on my screen.
Oh yeah, good. But yeah, so it's just one of those things where, you know, the road, I love the road. I love, you know, signings and stuff like that, because you get to interact with the fans, and they give you a lot of ideas and they don't even know it. So
it's nice to catch up with a lot of the guys here as well. I mean,
yeah. You know what? I'm very blessed. I see a lot of guys on the road, and one person I hadn't met until like a couple years ago was a Honky Tonk Man. Everybody was amazed. They're like, he stays busy. And after I met him the first time, I seen him everywhere. I met him in Winnipeg at a show, independent show, and like after that, I was seeing him everywhere, like walking out of gas stations and stuff. Like, Honky, what are you doing? Yeah, walking out of my girl's bedroom, like, Honky, what are you doing? No, that's a joke. But,
did you have the pleasure of bumping into Virgil?
Yeah, Virgil and I, we go way back.
He doesn't show up that much at these events.
No, I see Virgil all over the place. I like Virgil. He's cool, man. I mean, I see him all over the place.
As do we.
Yeah. It's a great dude, man. Great dude. I mean, watching Virgil as a kid, thinking, you know, and a lot of these guys, and it's cool because, you know, you get to know them, you know, it's like, wow, you know, these guys. And then, like, when I was in TNA for the last 6 months, I changed with Ric Flair, you know, in the same locker room. It was me, him, Nash, Angle, you know, and it was just like I learned so much off of Flair, just picking his brain, you know. And I asked him, like, I started talking about angles and stuff, and actually it was like the last year, and I asked him after it was like 6 months, I go, you know what I'm doing? He's like, you're picking my brain. I'm like, okay, cool, you know. I didn't come across as a fan. I came across like what made this work and that, and like he loved talking about it, you know, and you learn a lot.
That's what a lot of the business is. It's about
learning,
being open to learning from people and picking people's brains and improving yourself.
Exactly, and for me to pass on to others, the younger generation. But what I'm worried about is with the technology, I notice a lot of the young wrestlers, their faces are buried in the phone on road trips. And, you know, and I really get upset, and I tell them to put down their phone. And sometimes I've actually made them get road maps, or I'll just pick them up and say, okay, where are we going? Oh, let me punch it in my GPS. No, your phone don't work anymore. Yeah, it does. No, you're not using your phone. Get me here.
Because you look at 15 years ago,
and then what happens is they get to appreciate the stuff like the Hebners, you know, used to have to go through, because they would travel with a road map, and then they would have a beeper, like Earl was telling me. Then they would have to stop at a gas. You would have to carry a fistful of quarters, always, because you'd have to stop. What's going on, buddy? How are you? Can you see we're doing an interview here?
Hey, it's live radio. Anything goes.
Yeah, no. So, you know, what would happen is they would have to stop and call the office, because the office needed to know something. So they didn't have the luxury of a cell phone, you know. And then, so the thing is, it's just like you don't really know how good you have it until you experience what they went through before us, you know. And when I first started, I didn't have a cell phone, and it made traveling a little more difficult. But you know, you really appreciate what you have now, and hopefully it's not lost with technology. You know, everybody. And Vince said this in a meeting. He said, "You learn the business from traveling from one town to the next." Because after a show, a lot of guys don't do this, but we would travel at night. I still do it. I travel to the next town at night. It makes no sense because you're getting in at 3 o'clock in the morning and you got to get up and go work out, check out early, and you're in the town, right? Because usually you press on to the next town. Because we would do that in case something happened. You have that much more time to make the town, you know, in case you had a flat tire, in case the car broke down, in case, you know, someone got sick, you had to pull over. You're in the next town already, you know, because towns don't make themselves, you know, you got to make the town. And a lot of people don't do that anymore. And it's hell driving after, you know, but you get there, you know. So it's just, I try to get guys to appreciate, you know, what they have now, but let's not lose that by putting your face in the phone and reading what someone posted on your Facebook.
I think it also brings you closer to the people that you travel with as well. Like,
It does, yeah.
It allows you to work better in the ring with them too, because you have that friendship and you understand each other's.
Yeah, and there's nothing like getting in a car after a match, driving to the next town, talking about what worked that night, or did you see so-and-so's match? It was really good, or that it didn't work. You know, hey, maybe, you know, especially if you're wrestling a person, or in a tag match, you know, or a tag team, hey, maybe we could do this would be cool, or, you know, and then you know, the camaraderie, you know. Anyway, sorry, a couple of lovely ladies walked by. Would you like to say their names?
Oh, Rosita? Yeah, well, she says she's going to come back to an interview with us after, like, during her break.
Yeah.
Break time.
Yeah. It's break time.
If she's coming over here, you can feel free and kick me out. I will not be upset. Because I'll be
I keep getting looks over from Richie. I think he may be watching that.
Oh, yeah. Who cares?
Al took off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, well, thanks for having me, guys. Who's that right there?
I have no idea.
She's cute.
She was at a JCW event, so.
Oh, yeah, I know her. She works. Yes, I know her. I have a thing for blondes. I do. It's my weakness. Blonde hair, blue eye. I can. I don't want to say date things back, but I can track things back. I think why I love blondes is Marsha Brady. When I was a kid, I had a crush.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was probably my first real crush. Blonde hair, blue eyes, Marsha. Like, hey, I'm in love. You know, it's fun. Isn't that when her sister? I know one was Cindy, right?
Jan and Cindy.
Yeah, the young one was Cindy. Yeah. I remember I'm thinking, oh, Cindy's my age, but them were reruns. She's probably already 18, 19, 20, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, in a bar, probably 25 at that time. I'm like, I can identify with you, Cindy. I'm the youngest too. We're the same age.
Well, thanks. We appreciate the time.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man,
hopefully we shared some laughs. So, all right, cool. Looking forward to the Gore Tour.
Absolutely.
I am. I don't know if fans.
We're looking forward to it too.
All right, cool. Take care, guys.
Hey, you too.
That was Rhyno live with us here at Legends of the Ring for Damage 365 Radio.